Hi, I've had a few requests about foraging. Although this isn't technically foraging, this is home foraging. I thought I'd just run through a few little things that we use when we do go foraging, and the books we use and the tools we use. But I just wanted to show you these fantastic oyster mushrooms that Rob's grown. This little cluster here, if I just carefully turn it over, you can see how beautiful and fresh they are. These have probably gone over slightly. They should have been picked last night, but it was a bit dark to do the video, so I wanted to show you them, what they look like there. So I'm going to put them in a little basket. This basket is what we go foraging with. Rob makes lobster pots, willow lobster pots, and this was just some, it was going slightly dry, but he managed to make a little basket, and as you can see it's got a nice sort of more flat edge that side, so you can just grab hold of it. If I just demonstrate, grab hold of it, and it's quite comfortable to go foraging with, so we can put the mushrooms in that side and then it's held there. So he quite likes making things like that, and he made me a really lovely basket as well. So that's one of the things we use. We use a couple of books. This is just a really easy book on mushrooms and toadstools, and it gives you some guides on which are edible, which aren't, and also the River Cottage handbook. One thing I will say is about mushrooms, if you're not 100% sure about what you've picked, don't eat it. We will only ever pick anything that we know 100% is right. And growing your own mushrooms, you know that is definitely an oyster mushroom, so there's no sort of worry, is it, isn't it? We just buy the grains online, and then we cultivate them ourselves. And the tools that we both use are this knife. I particularly like this knife because it's a nice size, but whenever I'm cutting mushrooms, so if I just demonstrate cutting this, I can get it out, you can just hook it round. You can see with the hook there, you can just hook it round the back, and it's not going to work. But imagine if you're cutting just whoops, careful not to cut your fingers, because I always do. But anyway, you lock the knife and then go around the back and just carefully cut round the edge like that, and then it should release nicely from the tree, or the bag in this case, like that. And they've got this fantastic, beautiful oyster mushrooms. I'll just tip them over and you can just see, look how fresh that is. And we know that these are oyster mushrooms because we've grown them, so you know that's really nice. I'm just going to pop them there. So that knife is really good, and with chanterelles, when you're cutting them, because obviously there's lots of soil on the ground, what I tend to do is lift them and then just cut them off, and then put the clean cut chanterelle in the basket, and then you don't have to clean them so much next time. So that's one. This is an Opinel knife, which is just as good, and it's got a brush on the end, so you do the same thing. And close the knife, and then we've just got a little brush that we can do that. And we even use, if I can just quickly get another one, we even use a little pasting brush, so that's really good just to get the fine bits of dust off. And you can always just give them a quick blow as well, which always sounds a bit rude. But anyway, these are the tools we tend to use, and also the dogs go looking for mushrooms as well. And Barney's pretty good at finding chanterelles, and he tends to sit down, although he's having a mardy day today. He's being very grumpy because it's wet. So these are the oyster mushrooms, and so we get the grains online. And what I thought I would do is run a few videos on the process of actually growing mushrooms at home. It's really simple, it's really cheap, and when you can get mushrooms like that, you wouldn't get that in the supermarket. So I think the next video I'll do, or not the next one, but we will in the next few weeks make a few videos on how to grow these at home. The only thing you really need is a sterile environment, but we'll go through all the process of that. Rob's the person who grows them, so I'm not going to be waffling on about how to do it. What I will do is I'll video him doing it and then probably commentate over that. But if you're really interested in growing mushrooms at home, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll update you when we've got some new videos there. And if you have any comments or any questions about the mushrooms or the equipment or anything, or even foraging, please put them in the comments and I'll answer those. But if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get all the updates, and also please comment. So hopefully that gives you a little idea of some of the other things we do. We do cook, but also we forage as well, and we go fishing. So we've got lots of different things, but whatever we pick or catch or forage, we like cooking with those, and it just enhances some of the dishes that we use. So please subscribe, and I'll keep you updated with the latest things. Thanks then, bye.